Hi, welcome to Bobby Cinema Theater. This is my 50th week live on my webcast on April 26, 2009. We're just the new movies and DVDs out this week. Don't forget to log on my website. You can read the plot and watch my movie trailers. My first movie out this week is Obsessed, starring Ali Lauder, Idris Elba, and Beyonce Knowles. This first movie is directed by Steve Still, produced by George Flynn, and just by Screen Gems. I took this film. I recommend people watch this movie on theaters. Ali Lauder is like a younger version of Alex Forrest in this movie of Fatal Attractions. My hat's off to her. I rate this movie a B-. The next movie out this week is Fighting, starring Channing Tatum. This movie is directed by Dito Montel, produced by Kevin Misher, and just by Rogue Pictures and Universal Studios. I took this film. I recommend people not to watch this movie on theaters. This is the worst movie I've ever seen since watching Never Back Down. They should get better actors and better writers for this film. I grade this movie a C. The next movie out this week is The Soloist, starring Robert Downey Jr. and Jamie Foxx. This movie is directed by Joe Wright and produced by Gary Foster and directed by DreamWorks Pictures and Universal Pictures. I took this film. I recommend people watch this movie on theaters. Jamie Foxx makes a strong performance as a homeless guy has a second chance to make a comeback in the Symphonies. Jamie Foxx and Robert Downey Jr. made a strong performance in this movie. My hat's off to them. I grade this movie a B. The next movie out this week is The Informer, starring Billy Bob Thornton and Kim Basinger. This movie is directed by Greg R. Jordan, produced by Marco Weber, and it's by Senator Entertainment. I took this film. I recommend people watch this movie on theaters. Kim Basinger and Billy Bob Thornton make a strong performance in this movie. My hat's off to them. Grade this movie a B. The next movie out this week is Mutant Chronicles, starring Thomas Jane. This movie is directed by Salman Hunter, produced by Tim Dennison, and just by Edward R. Pressman Films. I took this film. I don't recommend people watch this movie on theaters. They should get better writers and better actors for this film. They should replace Thomas Jane and get a real professional actor to do this movie. That could actually be box office gold. I grade this movie a D. That's all the movies out in theater this week. The first movie out on this week on DVD is The Wrestler, starring Mickey Rourke. This movie is directed and produced by Darren Aronofsky and is by Fox Searchlight Pictures. I took this film. I recommend people watch this movie on DVD. Mickey Rourke made an extraordinary performance in this movie. My hat's off to him. I grade this movie a B+. The next movie out this week is Frost Nixon, starring Frank Langella and Michael Sheen. This movie is directed and produced by Ron Howard and just by Universal Pictures. I took this film. I recommend people watch this movie on DVD. Frank Langella and Michael Sheen made an extraordinary performance in this movie. Ron Howard did an excellent job in directing in this movie, turning this movie into a masterpiece. My hat's off to them. I grade this movie an A-. The next movie out this week is Notorious, starring Jamal Woolard. This movie is directed by George Tillman Jr., produced by Wayne Burroughs, and produced by Fox Searchlight Pictures. I took this movie. I recommend people watch this movie on DVD. Jamal Woolard made an extraordinary performance as Notorious B.I.G. before he died, and how a young fat guy died to become an international music star. Grade this movie a B. That's all the movies out this week. Come back next week. We're going to do some new movies and DVDs out this week. Don't forget to log on my website where you can read the plot and watch the movie trailers and play my puzzle. This is BCC. Next week, now get out.